let's articulate those things that iMAGROW is solving, because I think a lot of people
Mhm.
don't really understand the process. They think, hey, if I'm a business owner, I've got this, whatever, $1 million company, $5 million company, $100 million company, and I got to go get some
Mhm.
money to fund capital equipment or working capital or whatever it might be. That's easy. I'll just, make a call and have a bunch of money land in my lap tomorrow. And it doesn't
Mhm.
really work that way. So
If only it were that
talk us
easy.
through that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think well, there's two sides to it, as a borrower and as a lender. So from the borrower's standpoint, there's always pain points around, like we mentioned, time, right?
Mhm.
And then figuring out, where you can get the money from is always a concern because, again, like you mentioned, the banks are always, the first choice, but they're not always the only choice.
Mhm.
And once you're disappointed from, the response that you receive, then you're sort of back to square one. What do I do? So from a borrower standpoint, that's a really painful part of the process. And then the pricing and the amount that's available to you. Most people, you may need $2 million, but how do you know that you can even get $2 million,
Mhm.
right? And what does that look like? And how much is that going to cost? And can you even afford to make those payments? So there's a lot of things that from a borrower standpoint that are very unclear. From a lender standpoint, there are pain points in the process as well. For example, lenders are always looking for good files, good transactions, good companies to fund. They don't always get those readily brought to them. They have networks or brokers or whatever you want to call them that may feed them business, but everyone sort of gives them the package differently. They receive information differently depending on who they're receiving it from. So there's no uniformity to a process really when it comes to these sorts of transactions. So we wanted to solve three main problems that we noticed, and of course you're in the room, you noticed these too. We were putting our heads together and we narrowed down the three biggest problems that we see. In my 20 years of experience, it was always these three sort of, want to call them sort of firewalls, right? These three gates that really stopped a transaction from moving forward.